So lucky about that. Hold on. Then- Sorry about that. I just cut off and put back on. Um, due to the fact that my internet is rubbish. Okay, that's in a nutshell. All right. So I was reading to the law, Isaiah 8 and 20. It said, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So even not speaking according to the law and according to the testimony, it is because there's no light in you. Alright? Or when you talk about, imagine I walking on the streets in the morning and what I hear in these old folks, these men that supposed to have wisdom. These men are supposed to be able to teach us. I'm talking about parliament thing, government thing. Yeah, and the prime minister do that thing. And, yeah, yeah. And the prime minister this and Pete Rowley that and Kamala this and yeah, politics. All them go talk politics and um lotto and play with. Alright? Whenever you read the newspaper, they have no wisdom. These old folks, they have no wisdom. They're just bugged out. Alright? They can't teach you anything concerning Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, they can't teach you anything concerning Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All they can teach you tell you about is politics. Alright? Politics can't save you. Politics not gonna deliver you in Jacob's trouble. Alright? To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them. So they're not speaking according to this word because why? There has no light in them. All these so-called these pastors and all these priests and and oh gosh, your gang leaders, because they are also leaders. All right, they're not speaking according to this because they have no light in them, and their end is what? Death and destruction. All right. You see, and they shall pass through it hardly bested and hungry, and it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king and their God and look upward. Alright? So famine go take hold on them. Alright? When famine take hold on them, you know, they go come to their senses. Something goes start to click. And the scripture says they go start to look upward now. They say, nah boy. Um let me try to find out let me try to find out the true God, but because hey, I remember it had men on the streets preaching and calling on a God, boy. But that God had to be real, boy. You understand? See, and they shall look unto the earth and behold trouble and darkness, dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness. Alright? So trouble is going to take hold upon the earth. Only trouble. Alright? Um, alright? So that time that is to come upon the earth is only going to be trouble, is only going to be like right now in Trinidad here, every day and somebody getting killed, every day somebody getting murdered. Alright? Every day. And it's getting worse. It keeps getting worse. it keeps on getting worse. Every day somebody getting put down, somebody getting shot, somebody getting stabbed up, somebody getting their head chopped off, somebody getting murdered, put to death somehow, somebody losing their life. So judgment has been passed regular. Judgment has been passed on the earth. Alright? Jeremiah 30:5 it says, for thus outside of verse 4, and these are the words that Yahweh speak concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus said Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Alright? So when we go out there and we telling them, hey, the Lord is an austere man, the Lord is a man of war, the Lord is going to bring that famine, he's going to bring death and destruction, the Lord is going to bring pestilence and plagues. Alright? That's what the Lord can bring. The Lord all this other pixie dust and unicorn and rainbow nonsense. The Lord not about that. The Lord is about judgment, judging aright. Alright? Verse 6, it says, ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alright? So, you go see men looking troubled. Alright? You know? That's also we see a woman, you know, the being hot on she, you go see men, when you see them on the streets there, they're hot there, you know. Some, you know, some looking to provide food, some family starving or you know, or when the World War III take off and you know, it's just gonna be terrible. That's what these scriptures here telling you. This is what the Lord telling you. You see, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And Israel, alright, sorry, Jacob name was turned into Israel. And the Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash, alright, the Paleo Hebrew, the way to say, oh gosh, Israel in Hebrew tongue is Yasha'Allah. Yasharallah. Alright? Yasharallah. Alright, so Yasha'Allah is he the prince of the power, right? He prince power. Yasha'Allah. And that is who we are. We are the prince of power. We are the prince of the Most High. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Alright? You see, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So that day, no other day you can compare to that day. Alright, you can't compare with the world wars, you can't compare World War One, World War Two, slavery. Alright, you can't compare those days with the time that is to come on the earth. They say, but he shall be saved out of it. And who's that he that's going to be saved? The one that do the will of the Most High. Alright? Ask anybody today, according to the Bible, what is sin? They go tell you, well, sin is doing wrong. Sin is doing the wrong thing. Alright? Sin is doing thou shalt not. According to the Bible, sin is the transgression of the law. Alright? Sin is the transgression of the law. So when you break the law, when you transgress the law, alright, you commit a sin. Alright? So by you now doing the best of your ability not to break the laws, alright, you know showing the law that you're willing not to sin. Alright? You know, showing the Lord that you're willing to do the right thing. And the Lord is merciful. He could give you, He could give you a blind because you're trying your best. You're keeping the feast days. You're keeping the Sabbath holy. You're you know, you're keeping the Passover. You're not eating unclean meats, unclean, food. Um, you're not sleeping with your wife when she period. You know, you're doing, keeping the laws to the best of your ability, right? That is what you're doing. That is the he that shall be saved out of it. The ones that not offending Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Sorry, the one that not committing any offense. But the ones that do these things, your life is going to be in a balance. Your life is going to be on the line because you committing sin, and the wages of sin is death. All right. So your life is going to hang in a balance. All right. You don't want to be in a balance. You want to be what? Under the mercies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, under the tender mercies. All right. Um, Isaiah. 65 and 2, right? I have spread out my hand all the day unto a rebellious people which walk in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. Hey, Slack here, Ada. Cut off and put back on.